There's been a lot of talk about Rohit Sharma's leadership,
Hmm.
especially in Hyderabad. There was a feeling that he let things drift in
Correct.
Hyderabad. So there was greater focus on him here. What did you make of Rohit Sharma's captaincy? Also, remember, he's not scoring as many runs as he would like to. So, what did you make of Rohit Sharma in this game?
I thought he was much, much, much better than what he did in Hyderabad in
Hmm.
terms of captaincy, in terms of how he handled his players. At the end of the day, it's about having empathy towards players, but also making sure you get the best out of them because he's got a job to do here. And I think in Hyderabad, at times, he was a bit lackadaisical with his approach where he just sat back a lot of the times. I loved people to do what they were comfortable with. In this game, I could see a lot of the times he was setting fields to bowlers and asking them to bowl what was required at that stage, at least what he thought, and he was making sure everybody was as much on their toes as it would be in a short duration game, and that is something that India need. We saw England how they hustle between the wickets. It comes a lot more naturally to them. India, their bowling rates are very slow because of how they walk in between, and in turn it reduces the energy and at times the buzz that is required to increase the momentum towards your favor. And I thought Rohit handled those smaller things really well. With regard to bowling changes, I did think a couple of times he did miss a trick like bowling Mukesh Kumar in the second innings straight away. That was an area Kuldeep being brought a little earlier. But these are things that can always be changed or handled, and they will. Even Ben Stokes has made plenty of mistakes in terms of at least you can't say plenty of mistakes. He's made changes where people have been like, oh, is that the right decision? And that's always debatable. It's relative. What Rohit thinks, obviously, with his leadership skills, is what we all should be okay with, because at the end of the day, he's the Indian captain, and we can understand those being debated, but definitely not the energy and the buzz required in Test cricket all 5 days when they are on the field. That is something that is a non-negotiable, and that aspect of it, I thought he did much better. Is there room for improvement there? Yes, I think even in that there is room for improvement.
I asked him about the batting in the post match presentation. I said, do you want a little bit more from your batting? And I think he said, look, this team is very inexperienced playing this form of the game. I mean, you take out Virat Kohli. It's like taking Joe Root out of that England side, right? You take out Virat Kohli, it has an effect on your batting lineup. It has an effect on the way the opposition looks at you too. And taking Virat Kohli, a player like him, one of the greats of the game, out of the game is big. No KL Rahul. I know we're saying no Rishabh Pant as well from your first lineup. He's been out for a year and a bit, so that's okay. But straight away, you're taking two key batters out of the game, and that can have an impact. I'd like the middle order to provide a little bit more when you go into the next game, which is at Rajkot, where I'm told there'll be a track that's fairly similar to this.